Do you see this? It's light glare towards the camera, I would say. You might call it light pollution. You might call it outdoors. And it still looks nice, but it looks much better from my point of view. I don't see this glare. I don't see it by any stretch of the imagination. I just see kind of little lights, but not glare. Like bright little lights, kind of little, but not glare like that. I can very much see a better view. Makes me wonder how. Especially how the human eye is able to see it so well. I mean, what if, like, my eye is at, like, a 90% efficiency for seeing things in a good way, but this camera is only about 70%. So, like, this camera is showing me something that's, like, okay, but then my eye is taking 90% of that, so it's actually, like, 10%, or probably more than 10%, better. It's like 10, whatever, it's like more than 10% better. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, interesting, maybe. You clearly see that I haven't studied the neuroscience of the eye or something like that. Albeit learning it. So I should do that. It looks a little more accurate, but it's just the contrast is all wrong. That building over there is a lot redder to me, and you can barely see the pink there. I can see it a lot more clearly. These tree branches I can see a lot more distinguished, like there's a lot more openings between these branches than this picture kind of shows. Yeah, all of that's really clear to me. So that's a little weird. Ooh. Okay. So what else is there to speak of? Well, there's that blue light over there. I wonder what that means. It means you can press it, and a police officer will come lunging towards your towards where you are, just rushing towards there and save the day. You know, if you never know. I didn't pick that up. Also, forget it. Maybe. Might as well. I would love to go onto the roof of that building, or maybe the red one. That looks a bit cool. Looks like there's like a little bump on the top of the red one, but there's not. It's just flat. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's green over there. It's more of a white to me, and that's strange. A lot of people jogging around this time, I guess. Unsure why. I mean, I know why, but there's so many. Well, it makes sense though. Some people have like blue/green light in their rooms. Oh, that one's just changing to every color. Some people have that or just blue light. So that's kind of interesting. Just staying night on the old town. Oh, let's vlog it. You know what? Let's just get up. Let's get up and go. Let's walk around. I need to show you how the things around here. So, you know, Crossway. Crossways are always pretty beautiful. Kind of. It's beautiful right now, especially if I'm appreciating it. No, I just like crosswalks like this, just paths of sorts. No matter what type of path, not even the quality of the path matters, I feel. As long as it's kind of maybe thematic, then it's good. Where are we going? Visit the old tennis courts maybe, but those are pretty important. I've never really found tennis courts to look that nice. They always, even though I've played tennis for quite a while, I just never thought of them as very nice looking. Didn't feel too happy just with the aesthetics, I guess, the theme, not the theme, but the sort of sense of theme that you can get from them. It's like I feel too anxious from that theme. Basketball courts might be a bit better. No sports court really looks that thematic for me. Like, in terms of if I wanna, maybe a tennis, depends on, there are certain types of tennis courts, like different styles, and thus, I'm like, having certain feelings about one over the other. So there's that. Ooh, this is where I came back from that heavy. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I've never played tennis in this court. Versus Nadal and Federer, both against me. I beat them 6-0, 6-0. I've never played tennis here. I feel like you have to be insanely good to be on the team. Seems that way. Even the best player that's ever been on our team, I don't think, could been the best player on our team, who probably is the best player who's ever been on the team, could even be the lowest division, maybe. No, probably not. Which is kind of sad. Maybe by senior year or something. So that's interesting. I would probably be like, let's say you have 20,000 tennis players in the state. I'd probably be number 11,000, or 9,000. I don't know. No, probably 11,000 or 12,000, because it's I feel like maybe I'm in a weaker region of sorts, tennis-wise. So the only reason I kind of have chances to win, actually almost the majority of the time, 45% of the time, would be just the region's kind of weak. I see if you go up north, you kind of have these teams that will blink and then you're just dead. But it's fun still. I remember one team, they were insanely good, and they would hit the ball so hard that I could barely see it, but I don't even know if I ever hit it back. I mean, hit it back on a serve. It was just so fast. But we ended up almost actually winning, but out of luck, kind of. Not luck, they just kind of started throwing, I guess, the game. Just missing and stuff or hitting it out. But no, delete that one. You see, I don't feel it's even ethical to talk about that experience. It was so almost lucky, because it was the only reason it was close is because it was 06-05, and if I lost the next game, I would have just lost completely, and then we ended up winning the next 6 games. So it's kind of lucky, and they were outright better. So I don't know if I even deserved that experience, but it was still very nice to have. Because 06-05 is probably the worst position you could be in, and then it's wow, I almost came back from that position, but then they just kind of won the next game in tiebreaker thing, which was just a tiebreaker for the set. But so that was pretty nice, fun, but wouldn't say that. It's it teaches you never to give up, in terms of if you're in a situation, you shouldn't really give up. You shouldn't give up at all, but if you can, try to put yourself in the best situation possible. There are just games where it's just I know I was gonna win, because people never really play tennis, so you're just gonna win. But actually, but I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. There's the
So like if you should just try to put yourself in the best position possible. Like for myself, like the school year, like senior year, it was like I was just in a bad position, and changing, I had like two options of either changing it, or I had the option of just trying my hardest. But like even then I would like take it that I was like sleeping like not well and getting really like lowish grades in my classes and underperforming in every organization I was a part of. So compare that against like you know, trying your best and then growing. I felt like I was growing in terms of never giving up, building thick skin, and trying to find optimal ways of doing things. But like compare that to like my sophomore year, where I had a lot of time. I just spent it like studying stuff, and felt like by doing that, like I was sleeping comfortably, but I was also trying my best and able to build thick kind of skin as well, kind of ish. But not. That was a different experience, I guess. But yeah, I ended up dropping a little bit of my workload for senior year because I was like dying. I mean, at a quicker rate than the rest of the population, which isn't good. No, I mean probably, I don't know. I mean, you have not the lack of sleep. I mean like 5 hours or so around that amount, but like literally trying to stay up every single night and just end up sleeping at like 12:30 or 1, and then having to wake up like at 5 or 5:30, and like you just involuntarily fall asleep, and then my mom would just wake me up as hard as she could, and then I would go to school like a zombie kind of, but I would find still ways to learn pretty okay, and then like I would just get like lowish grades on my tests because I wasn't keeping up with the homework or the studying. Boom. It was quite an entertaining sight, honestly. I was very happy during this time. I was quite happy. It was just very pressured and painful in a way. Not painful, but like it's like every time I turned a corner, I was like just punched in the gut by something, metaphorically. Whether that's just a lot of things. But it was very funny though, in my humor, and I liked it a lot, honestly. It was pretty fun. I mean, not fun, but like it was kind of fun. Like teachers saying, hey, I'm worried about you. I think you're like failing and stuff, and you haven't really done that. And I'm like, yeah. And then I just go and try to not fail, and then fail, and then not fail, but then fail again, but then not fail like twice in a row. And I'm like, woo. You know, stuff like that. But like, yeah, just basically just like ignoring basically what everyone's saying in a way. I mean, not everyone's saying, but like appreciate the concerns of others, and then just still just doing whatever I thought was best, and then like end up in a better position because I was doing that over the opposite. But probably could have put myself in a better situation. I was kind of jealous of other people, like this one person who studied just like I did his sophomore year, and I was like, wow, I wish I could study like that person. But I'm like in a terrible flu of like stuff that I have to do. I was kind of like a slave. I very much like I used to defend like certain organizations that were called like just slave labor, because I'm like, oh, you know, there's benefits, but like I felt like a slave to like almost every organization I was a part of. It was interesting. I mean, it wasn't their fault. I could have left. I just felt like I was a slave to the college admissions, I felt, and thus I had to do this. I'm very happy. I wouldn't have been able to do it though if it weren't for my teachers that were in charge of the organization. Not all of the organizations. Just a great teacher that cared about me. So there's that as well. But you know, even then, as long as you have yourself, I feel like that's the most important thing. So really just please do that, and then find people that care about you and then help those people, stick with them, and help the people around you as well. I wouldn't say not to be nice to people who weren't nice to you, I guess. I mean, not I guess. I wouldn't say not to do that. I don't know how good of a source I am in terms of like there weren't anyone that like did something specifically mean to me where I would have to like, or then like later I'd be like, oh, should I do something nice for this person? I've never been in that situation really. Maybe, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind though, genuinely. But yeah. So yeah, just be nice to the people around you, whether that's your friends, family. Honestly, I take it like just give your family a special degree of kindness, even if you don't feel that they have done the same for you. Just being good to your family, I think, is a good thing. Because I just take it as like my if I can't make my family happy, like I should be able to make my family happy. How am I gonna make other people happy? I mean, I definitely could see myself making other people happy if I don't make my family happy. Like, you know, it's definitely possible, but I think you should be able to make your family happy, even if it takes work. Just cause I think it's just good for your spirit. Those are the people you come home to. You have these people that will always be tied to you, even though you could probably have friends like that, I guess. But your family, like, well, first they birthed you, so that's pretty good. I mean, I can't imagine birthing someone. I think it'd be a headache. I mean, not headache, but I think it'd be just dumb. I mean, not dumb, but like, because it can be a great thing. Just don't want to. And the fact that I don't want to is like, wow, I appreciate that they ended up wanting to. But like, also, like, they showed you a lot of love, and they're humans too. So you should you should show them mercy in that way. Like, they've given you a lot of love, concern. You've probably caused them a lot of stress as well, probably. So like, just knowing that they're humans too, and they made mistakes, like in terms of just in life, and that, you know, just knowing that, and knowing that they have cared for you at least some amount, probably a lot. So be nice to them and make sure they're good. Is a good thing. That's how I take it. I take it as like, I don't want to say a challenge, because I wouldn't say it's very challenging for me in my case. I'm kind of lucky, pretty lucky. But yeah, I want to, there's actually, I want to help certain people with that regard that might have a more difficult situation. I haven't found maybe someone with the most difficult situation. My closest friends, I think, have pretty good relationships with their family. So that's that, making sure. I mean, I would make sure of that to an extent, to, you know, as big of an extent I probably could without hurting, or no, just as much as I ended up being able to. I always try to, you know, I mean, sometimes you just try to do something like it's such a deep value or concern to you, and you don't end up doing it, but like, not to the extent, I mean, at least not to the extent you wanted to, or maybe you just don't end up doing it at all, like for me in YouTube, and other things, like helping others. I mean, obviously, I mean, it shouldn't be shocking that there was a time where I probably wasn't as helping towards others as I should have been. You know, happens. You're probably going through something similar where there's, I mean, I feel like maybe everyone's going through something where like there's a value, they're just, or an action, they're just not taking seriously as they should. I mean, unless you're doing things absolutely perfectly, or if you're doing things pretty good, then good job. Keep doing them pretty good. Do something good for others. But you're probably doing good in that regard if you just said you were doing pretty good. Then well, just like everyone else, rest easy. Good night.